So Rob Krieger and Hannah Gard are outside right now. Sunny, but still extremely cold. They're on Norman C. Francis.
Absolutely. So what are you guys seeing on the roads right now? You were giving us lessons earlier, Hannah, with all the northern Colorado knowledge we have. Hey, guys.
We outside, y'all. We outside. Actually, we moved over to City Park, right? We wanted to show you some of the beauty, the majesty of this winter wonderland here in New Orleans. And we picked up Shelby along the way.
Pick me up along the way. City Park, I've always said, is my happy place, and right now it really is so magical. I was walking with a friend through the park yesterday and going, how many of these snows do you think these oak trees have seen? Because we know that there was one in 1895 that was comparable to this, but it was over a century ago. I mean, it's amazing to look at.
Right. I don't think anyone, who's seeing this today even remembers that one. So.
But
yeah,
the trees.
definitely not in our lifetimes. But
some of these oaks weren't here for that. But we want to show you kind of what we've been checking out here at City Park. First, Michael, turn around real quick. This is the parking lot right next to the Great Lawn in between the Carousel Gardens and the Botanical Gardens. It is virtually empty, just a couple of all-terrain vehicles out there and some all-wheel drive vehicles. And then here at the playground, it's like what we've always wanted. Every time I come to this playground, it's filled with kids. and you can never get on the playground equipment because the kids are taking it up, which is fine. It's there for them.
It's kind of there
right?
for them, Rob.
No, it's there for them. But today it's here for us, Shelby, Hannah, and we're going to come test it out. But we got that drip, too.
Yeah, that's what we wanted to show you.
We're not just talking about the festive camo
this.
snowboarding jacket.
I don't know if you can make it out, but we're seeing some of those little clumps of snow that are left over on the leaves, which you can tell it's not as much now because it's very slowly melting, falling out of the trees, dripping down. We are starting to see some melting, and that shows you the power of our sun down here. We have a really strong sun even this time of year when our sun angle is a little lower compared to some of our friends farther up north. So that's really going to help us out. But with that dripping on the top of the playground, there's still a lot of snow on the ground. Look at this drift of snow. I mean, this is maybe a foot of snow right there in that snow drift. So even with the power of the sun, it's going to take a really long time to kind of melt the snow down.
Another point, I mean, the snow melting is one thing. There's ice underneath it. We've talked about that on the roadways. But another thing, Rob is like sliding down the ice on the playground right now. The other thing I was mentioning, one of my neighbors had big icicles. And those are going to be really dangerous. As they start to melt, they're going to fall, and you don't want to be underneath them, obviously, as ice is falling. All right, Rob, what you doing over there?
I'm trying to test these slides. All right, let's see. We're going to go down the slide and see how it goes.
Can you fit that one?
Still works.
Slipped a little extra there at the end. Was there a little ice at the bottom?
Yeah, a little slippery there. But look, this stuff is deep. And Hannah, I mean, you don't think this is going away anytime soon, right?
Yeah, I definitely think even with the sunshine, it's going to take at least throughout today as we see temperatures right around freezing. We might get right above that, but we need temperatures a little bit farther above freezing, more sunshine. So I think, too, with the refreezing tomorrow morning, we see melting, that's going to cause ice problems still.
Yeah, we were geeking out a little bit about it earlier, Hannah, talking about how, the snow has a high albedo because it's like white. It's reflecting that sun. So the snow is not actually going to melt until we get that temperature above freezing. The ice underneath, if you see that slush, you were stomping in the slush to show us that it would actually start melting from the sunshine. The snow is not going to do that, though. It's kind of protecting that layer underneath.
Yeah, and the ground is warmer, so it's going to start warming from the bottom up in some areas because we're above freezing in places like the grass where you have soil. But we will start to see some melting. Still going to see ice, though. So, guys, better conditions to play in today. It's a little bit less windy, but still have a lot of ice worries out there.
Definitely a better day to head out today with the kids than it was yesterday with all the wind.
All right. We absolutely need to see a snowman the next time we see you guys. There's no excuse now. And just love seeing anytime adults can act like kids and all better.
And it's a little nicer now with the sun out today. It's so nice to see the sun, and hopefully it'll help a little. Not maybe a much it can do, but just a little would be nice.
Absolutely. All right.